Sonic Freeriders just came out, and wait a minute, this game came out a month ago. Why am I reviewing it now? Oh yeah, that's why. Anyway, Sonic Freeriders has finally arrived at my house and many other kids who had to wait for Christmas to get it. Thank you, Microsoft, $150 price tag. Was it worth the wait, or will Santa be getting some returns this year? You're probably wondering why you're seeing static images instead of 3D rendered CGI cutscenes in a console Sonic game. Well, again, you can thank Microsoft for that. I just love games that get rushed out just in time to finish for their launch peripheral, don't you? Sarcasm. Most racing games don't have a story, but since the previous two Riders games did, I'll highlight it here. Once again, Dr. Eggman is up to his old tricks and has created another Grand Prix. He invites Sonic and friends to the Grand Prix, and he hopes to steal their skills, and well, I'm not really sure what he wants to do with their skills because he never pulls it off, but anyway, Metal Sonic shows up and you race him, and yeah, story's not this game's strongest point. Moving on. I know what you're thinking. Does it work? Well, yes, you'll be happy to know Kinect does work. Though I had some problems getting it to pick up punches, and it switches too much when you go off jumps. Other than that, it controls pretty smoothly. It gets pretty tiring after a good 2 to 3 hours of it, and shut up, I'm totally fit. Anyway, you can play as almost the entire cast of the Sonic universe, and they all have different voices, but more on that later. I had troubles going online, and that's when I realized that nobody's playing this game online whatsoever. I searched, and I found one game in midday, so yeah. One game, that's pretty sad. But, if you can find a good game, then the online is great and has virtually no lag from what I've seen. There are also a lot of two-player modes like relay races and tag races, and yeah, the tag races are really awkward. Anyway, Kinect has a hard time picking up two players, so make sure you play in an area with a lot of space. In terms of racing, you can still do tricks, but now there's items a la Mario Kart, and they're pretty much useless, except for the soda pop can. As for the vehicles, there's bikes and there's boards. Bikes are the easiest and the most maneuverable, so I recommend them if you're a beginner, but the boards go faster. Quick point on the turning though, it is absolutely terrible. You really have to bend over to make a turn, and it starts to hurt the back after a while. After I beat the game, I realized that in the shop you could buy the ability to turn better. That would have been a smarter choice. Just pointing that out so no one else gets back strange from this game. And shut up, I'm totally fit. Ish. It's a hard game, okay? Sonic just seems to always have good music in his games. I mean, it could be the worst Sonic game ever and the music would still be awesome. Every voice actor but Eggman has been replaced, and I've got mixed feelings on most of the new voices, like Shadow's weird old western accent, Sega's ability to make me want to strangle Cream.
That's a terrible thing to call poor Mr. Robot!
But Sonic is fine, and I guess that's what counts. Something if you're a fan of the Japanese voices, which I know a lot of people are, and they like to switch to it. The game has Japanese voices preloaded on it, but the only way to access them is actually go to your dashboard and change your language of your entire Xbox to Japanese. There's no option to do it in the menu. It's kind of weird. The two previous Riders games look good, but Sonic Freeriders is on the 360, not the Wii. And it shows with the nice, smooth, textured look to everything. On the other hand, the menu skimming is absolutely horrid. I mean, it's completely unresponsive. A pain in the ass to work around, but luckily there is voice command, and they actually work. Also, not sure if this is a nod against the game, but Kinect recognized my dog's head as a player. I kid you not. So all in all, is Sonic Freeriders a terrible game? No. Is it the greatest Kinect launch title? No. Is it a good casual game? Yeah, it's got its ups and downs, but you know, it's a fun game. It's just kind of disappointing that Sega didn't just offer a controller option for it, because I think a lot of people don't like paying $150 just to play a game, and I know a lot of Sonic fans that did do just that. But I also know a lot of Sonic fans that said no just because Kinect is so much. Sega missed out on a lot of sales with this one, but I'm sure they got reimbursed by Microsoft's big check. In conclusion, Sonic Freeriders had so much potential and could have been way better than what it was, but because of the rushed development time to get it out on the launch date, That potential was lost. It's definitely not worth buying Kinect for, but hey, if you got Kinect, might as well rent it, give it a try.